主は死ぬ。無駄なことだ。真剣ならばお主は死ぬ。無駄なことだ。真剣ならばお主は死ぬ。無駄なことだ。真剣ならばお主は死ぬ。無駄なことだ。
What is up? We are back. I really hope that this, what it says is copyright-free music is actually copyright-free music. Today we are going to be playing only up. I don't have a PC, so we're only playing only up Rush. I loaded it up just to see if there's any kind of multiplayer or anything, but besides that, it's just only up. We might end up doing some more content later on in the video that's not in regards to this, but we're gonna start with this. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, hold up. My guy is dancing over there. So our audio's good. Okay, audio should be good here. Okay. There. All right. So I don't know. Oh. Don't know what that was. I think I'm gonna go ahead and make it look like me if I can. Let's go. Should I go bald me? Let's go, dude. Okay, I am. Whoa, I'm not that white. Is this the lightest you can go? Oof. Well, I guess I'll just have my like this. No glasses. Go with the mustache. Yeah. Feet. Oh, what's on my feet? Let's go. Oh, Mark is online. I guess I'm like, I don't want to wear flip flops. Those shoes are kind of ugly though. We'll just go barefoot. How about that? I think I'm a jeans kind of guy. So we'll rock with the jeans. Yeah, it's fine. I'll go with that. Does that look like me, chat? Oh. So that is... Yeah. Is this the fit? I think so. Maybe. I kind of want to go a different hair, though. Bald. Yeah, let's go bald. And then I think we should make him like this. Yeah. No shirt. Yeah. Okay. Now for the pants. Yeah, that works. No, it's good. I think that's good. It's good right there. I kind of look like Kratos a little bit, but it's okay. So yeah, like I said, I have not played this at all. So I guess we're about to find out. All the way up. Excuse me. Oh. I didn't realize it said press it to continue. Is there like no audio in this game? Oh, I see Jack is online too. Is there just absolutely like no sound in this game? Well, since there's no music, we'll turn this up. Where do I go? Okay, how do I play this game? Whoa. Just got an achievement. Hell yeah. What the? I don't know. Oh shit. Okay. So I guess we're heading this way. Am I supposed to actually like speed run this shit? Oh, there's arrows. Why did the audio like fades in and out? Let's go this way. Can I go this way? Shit, that was close. Back up this way. Go this way. Back up this way. I wonder if this is a shortcut or if I'm just making it harder for myself. Can I duck? Gotta be. Boom. Okay, I have no idea where to go from here. Oh shit. I was not ready for that. I'm getting like 20 million achievements here. I don't know where to go. Oh. Got it. $3,350 to go. Holy shit. I would like to play this until there's any more to go, but I don't know how high it actually goes to. I think I go here. Do you think I can make that jump? Or should I go that way? Ooh, shit. Oh my goodness. Oh shit things. Okay. And now do I go? I think I go this way. Oh shit. Oh, there's checkpoints in this one. Okay. Well, that's nice to know. So if I fall to my death, I have a way out. That kind of feels like cheating though compared to the other. Oh my god, that was close. Okay. Oof. Oh my god. No. Ooh. Oh my god. So if I sprint, I could. Toggle? What does that mean? Oh shit. Okay. I'm gonna try not to use those. I think they're kind of lame, but if we get like insanely far and we get reset back really far, we'll adjust that. This kind of feels more like a GTA. Those maps. I forget what they're called. Can I fall through them? I wonder how long it takes people to like make these games. Ooh. A pair of pants? I think so. So do I go... I think I go this way. Oh, I thought I missed. Oof. Should I jump to there or jump to there? Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's music now? It's kind of peaceful up here. Can Kratos make it to the top? I don't know. I think I'm doing pretty good so far, besides that one slip up. Is that too loud? I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Okay. I just want to make sure, because checkpoint. Because the last video I made, I turned the things down too much. This isn't copyright, is it? I hope not. Damn, how many achievements does this game have? We're at like 8 achievements in the first 5 minutes. Oh, I didn't know I could walk on these. Okay. Damn, I'm just like skipping half this shit. Oh my god, that's kind of dangerous. Ooh. Where do I go? I guess we'll go this way. Do you think the music changes depending on where I'm at? I don't know if I can make that jump. Ooh. Shit, I guess I can. I kind of like that this game has like multiple different ways I can go. Just kind of gives me an option of like what difficulty. Ooh. I did not like that one. Fuck, where do I go? I have to jump onto that? Fuck. Lock in. Oh. I almost overcorrected. My hands are already so sweaty. Oh, my goodness. I guess I should be, technically trying to go faster. But honestly, I'm just trying to complete this shit. Because oh my god. Okay. My hands are sweaty as hell. Okay, which way should we go? I think I'm gonna try to climb this building, and then I kind of feel like I'm just like playing like Assassin's Creed or something like that, but with levels, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if this is a move. this spot. Can't really go anywhere from here. We'll go. This way. This way looks the most pleasant. Oh my god. Oof. Oof. I was worried I was gonna slide off on the part. Ooh. Still nobody in chat yet. That's okay. Okay, it takes time. I think the hardest part is talking when you got nobody to talk to. Oof. Jesus. It's like I'm on a stairway to heaven right now. Do you think the checkpoints, I have to go like a certain way to get the checkpoints? Or is it like automatically gives me a checkpoint depending on how high I am? Every time I make big jumps like that is when I get the most like scared about it. Oh, I got another checkpoint. Let's go. Okay, maybe I should get on this. Holy shit. No way, bro. Oh. I don't know if I should sprint jump or just normal jump to this part, but I'm scared. Ooh. Goodness. Oh my gosh. Let's go this way. Like 200 bicycles over here. Let's not get greedy here. We're doing quite well right now. Only fell once towards the beginning. But I am starting to get a little bit scared for what is to come. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Do I jump to there? Should I jump there or should I go here? I don't think I can even get up there. Okay. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I have so far to go. Ooh. Oh. I don't think I can make that jump. I guess I can. Oh my goodness. Fuck. They changed the music. Shit just got intense. Ugh, let's get some water. Holy shit. Now it's just wind, not calm music. My back is kind of hurting. It's probably because of the way I'm sitting. But it's so like, makes you so timid. Oh, I thought it was just the bars, not like the mesh part. Damn, I should have went to the other one. I wanted to go this way. Oh my god. I almost fell. Oh. Oh my god. I'm absolutely locked right now. think I'm gonna continue with these. Ooh. No! Fuck. No. Oh my god, dude. Fuck, dude. Speed run. Absolute speed run. I am actually him right now. Hold up. I'm so glad that there's the checkpoints, because if I had a restart where I just fell to, I would have been absolutely pissed. I was actually just about to say too, these cans are like the things I hate the most when I'm doing this, because they are so hard to jump onto. I don't remember where I fell, but I don't think I'm too far from where it was. I think I fell right there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woohoo. Almost fell again. You know who I'd want to watch play this game? I'd want to watch Disciple play this game, because he would get so pissed, dude. If he fell, he would actually rage. Fuck, 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 fuck. Oh my god. That was close. I need to lock in. Talk about other people. Is that real time 40 minutes, or is that 40 minutes in game time? Damn, I almost have been playing for 40 minutes already. Damn. if you guys heard that. Oof. Damn, I just added a lot of time to my time. We're probably going to stream till about 8 tonight, and then I won't be back streaming until Tuesday. I'm going to spend tomorrow night editing some of my other streams that I've done, and hopefully I can churn out a couple videos for that, and then the rest of the night I'm going to be hanging out with my girlfriend for tonight. But I do plan on trying to get pretty consistent with the streams. I don't exactly have a schedule yet, but I'm working on it. I also do not know where to go right here. I mean, can I not? Do I just jump all the way over there? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, it's mesh. I can deal with that. Boom! 50 Shades of Rust is a crazy name for achievement. I was thinking that it was gonna give me like a new audio every time I get a new area, based off of how that first one was. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just gonna listen to wind the rest of the time. It's so hard to like not like shit your pants as you're jumping on these. 'Cause like each moment can be a big fall. Also, like how I said I was gonna try not to use the checkpoints, and then I immediately use the checkpoints. I guess we'll go middle. One thing I've been wondering about, since they have different routes, routes, if on the different routes, if there is, on the different routes, if there's like false flooring, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there spots that I can't actually make the jump, but it like will appear that I can, but it sets me up for failure for choosing the wrong way? I don't know. There is a possibility. Ooh. Can I make that jump? Fuck! Fuck. What is that? Three falls? I've fallen 3 times. Oh, every time I use a checkpoint, it adds 10 minutes. I didn't realize that. Okay, that's why the stream and the time on there is different. Okay, that makes sense. Damn it, we're doing so good too. I do feel like whenever, after I fall, then I go back in the area and I feel like I can kind of like speed run it a little better, but I feel like it's kind of just because I know like the jump that is required to make it. If that makes any sense. I mean, regardless, it's still kind of like any moment can get fucked over. I think I'm gonna go the same way. I feel like it was majorityly easy, besides falling, of course. I feel a lot better when I'm jumping from these blocks to the other blocks compared to like the rush. Oh yeah, I think that's where I fell. Oh, these jumps are like insanely far. Oh my god. I got like a major swass right now from this fucking game, dude. Holy shit. Why do the arrows just take you nowhere? Here, let me give my guy some rest. Yeah, is there? What did I do? Okay. Oh, okay. So if I get in a spot where I could like really gotta be tight, then I can toggle that. Another achievement. Never trust her. Oh, yeah. Oof. My God. Holy shit. It's like now I can use this. And it helps me be better. Oh, I didn't realize that was Michigan. You can like barely even see the mesh when they're on there. Damn, I can't. Oh, I gotta drop down again. Don't know what just happened there, but it kind of looked like it just glitched. That was crazy. The music stopped. Out of rust. Boom. Let's go. I say we do one more checkpoint. Yeah, we'll do one more checkpoint and then we'll probably pause there for the day. And then we'll switch over to something else. It was like construction part 2. I think I went the wrong way. I almost jumped off the edge. That was insane. I'm like that. Let's go. Kind of got scared there for a little bit, but we locked in. Some of these jump. Oh my god, I almost fell. Some of these jumps, I'm just like praying, just absolutely praying that shit works out. God damn. Almost fell right there. I can't reach on. Okay. Well, that doesn't help me very much. Can I jump over here? Okay. This section is so confusing. This shit's just got like 20 billion things going on. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I can make that. Good thing I didn't try for those orange ones, because I definitely was not making those after that jump. Oh my god. Oh. My life just almost flashed before my eyes. No! No! Fuck, dude. Damn it, dude. We're so close. Do I just want a cheat code spot? Or am I just wasting my time? Oh, looks like I'm wasting my damn time. Fuck, dude. I thought I was onto something, but I apparently was not. Fuck, dude. I was about to say I don't remember where I died at, but I actually do. It was those orange little, like, miniature ones. Fuck. I might be able to still get over there. Just from a different way. I don't know if I hit my mic with like mustard or something, but I think I keep getting a whiff of mustard. Kind of confused. Oh my god. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. Jesus Christ, that was close. Dude. Oh my god, I saved it. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh wait, I made this. I missed that, though. Oh my god. Holy shit. It seems like a very far jump. This scares me. I don't know if I should jump for that. That doesn't look very promising. Or should I jump for one of these other things that lead to it? I think I should jump for that right there. There's no way I make that jump. And we have to get there. Fuck it. We ball. Oh my god, I actually made that jump. Oh. I was not prepared for that. I didn't think we could jump that far. Oh my god. Oh! I just scared the shit out of me. Alright. I think that's a good part to stop at. I'll put save and leave. Oh, it says, I just didn't even realize in the bottom left corner it says 7 out of 22. Oh my god. Yeah, that was very stressful. All right. Let's see. I'm going to take a quick break and then I'll be right back and we're going to hop into the next thing. All right.
Artists, I guess. It doesn't really
I
specify.
am back. We are going to do some reactions. Got a couple of videos here. I think we're going to watch the Madden trailer first. Then we're going to watch Are You Becoming an Old Head? And depending on how long
Artists,
that takes. Actually, no, yeah. And then we'll watch this video finding right for your breakthrough. So we'll start off with that Madden one.
I'm the champion. Huh? What's there to talk about? Undefeated season, Super Bowl.
He looks so much older than he used to. Like, so much older. Well, obviously, I mean, yeah, obviously you would, because it's grown up. But you know what I mean. He's definitely changed. Oh, I forgot to change the title. Let's change this title to Reactions. Okay.
Bowl champions. I mean, has any other team shut out all their opponents during the regular season and through the playoffs in the Super Bowl before? Oh, no, really? We're the first one? Oh, well, that'll be a fun trivia question going forward. Next question. I'm a decision maker. It's what I do. It's not my fault the rest of the league can't keep up. Blame them. I really blame.
As a Bears fan, I cannot imagine. Like, I don't think I could have ever thought that I would be seeing this video. I understand it's just Madden, and honestly, Madden's been shit for, like, a long time now, but, like, honestly, I did not think that I'd be seeing a Bears quarterback on the cover.
Me, because I've raised the bar super high. My first decision, lock down my franchise QB. Caleb, what I'm telling you, big guys, I love you. And you want to know how you know I love you? Because I'm giving you all my money.
Good use of funds.
Size, athleticism, IQ, chill under pressure.
He did the thing. I don't care what anybody says. He is the Iceman. I mean, you think about what Iceman is, and that's being clutch, and that is him.
Caleb
Not biased.
Williams is permafrost. We've done the focus groups, we've done the straw polls. They love it. It's permafrost. Look, I'm not some indecisive GM without a plan who's just gonna pull a 48-year-old quarterback out of retirement just because I can.
Vince, checking on that backup QB gig.
How many touchdowns? The answer is yes. How do we stop this? Yes. You're my guy and you're in.
Thanks, Vince.
All right, great seeing you.
Building something special here.
Not a chance. Cheryl!
Not gonna lie, they had me for a second, but I should have known. I mean, he's part of the Raiders anyways, so he couldn't.
We got a red one in here. We talked about it. It all starts at the negotiation table. Lucky I like to talk. No. I'll find the money, Jacob. Trade requests, extensions, holdouts. Leonard, there is an I in win. And there's also an I in Vince. A lot of pageantry. You totally did the right thing. You're fired, but you handled it well. Bye-bye. And you gotta have a deft touch with this stuff.
Worked for me.
On the field,
Get
I like
him
to
off
score.
the screen.
Call me crazy. I'm a scheme guy, though. I don't just run the same play over and over just because it works. JK, I do that. Everyone's excited about what we've been building.
He said
We're 6-0, so I just expect to go to 7-0 and 8-0 and 9-0. My favorite scheme? Get the ball to the money players. The NFC's real hunt.
Honestly, I think that Colton. Colston Loveland and Montgomery on the White Sox are the same person.
Hungry.
Golly. What's a feast without a little gravy?
Young gravy.
But defense wins championships. So I stole an all-pro corner from an unsuspecting casual.
He called me brother and then ripped me off.
Oh, they put speed in it.
This gig is all about keeping your emotions in check.
I can't believe I just said that. I did not mean speed. I meant sketch.
Demand a trade. You been talking to Vince Vaughn, ain't you?
I mean, Vince has been
That
an
guy's funny.
unbelievable
I love that
GM.
guy.
He's new to this, but it appears to be Vince's world, and we're all just living in it.
You can never get comfortable in this league. That's why I prefer to stay 6 steps ahead. Since you can't predict the weather, I turned the temp way down. Everyone copied that one. I also created a whole new menu, Chicago dogs only. Feels nice to be recognized. Last Sunday, I ran nothing but Tampa 2 to take away all those drags you guys love to run.
Goodbye, drag routes.
I have no idea what's
He's
going on right now.
Stafford.
He was the GM, now he's the coach. What's next? Vince Vaughn at quarterback?
I think it's important to get this out of the way. Bear claw! The rumors are true. Hibernate! Picnic! I'm the coach, I'm the GM, and I will be playing quarterback.
That's not clown.
Questions? Honey!
Am I in on Vince Vaughn at quarterback? He's 56.
Nothing can replace just literal decades of life experience.
Decades and decades and decades.
This is a joke, right?
I can play till 56.
He's 6'5", he's your traditional pocket passer. The knees aren't what they used to be, but I kind of want to see it.
You know, Caleb's supportive. We're gonna have a spot for him, but I think he's just loving watching me play quarterback. I mean, we're a team. Everyone puts the team first, and that's why I'm running everything. To all the haters out there, do me a favor. Stick around and watch it. It'll be more of the same next year. Thank you again. Go Bears. Would you look at that? I mean, do I deserve a statue next to Sweetness? I'm not saying I don't. Maybe you'll get one too.
Maybe.
That would be so fire, in my opinion. Well, I mean, if he gets the first 4,000-yard passer, I wonder if they will.
Time to run it back.
I'm a chairman of the board.
That video,
Chairman of the
that video, and because the Bears are on the cover is the only reason I might actually buy this game. But I also, I don't know. It's for the whole bundle. It's like $150 for this and the college football one. So I don't know if it's worth it, but W video though. W trailer. Now we will head into the next.
Artists, I guess. It doesn't really specify.
Okay, we'll cut it back. Are you becoming older?
There was a little discourse going around on the internet this past week about a 30-year-old man at a party whose top 3 rappers, or artists I guess, it doesn't really specify, of all time were Playboi Carti.
Playboi Carti is the worst artist of all time, and I absolutely hate him. Soulja Boy had his time and place, he needs to let it go, and Chief Keef will always be a legend. But Playboi Carti's music is just him going, fwah, fwah. But the thing is Carti doesn't sound that bad. The thing is he's carried completely by his producer and the people that make the instruments, and the everyone else a part of Carti is good besides Carti. He literally goes on there and says the worst shit ever that you could ever imagine. But yet people eat it up because people eat up dog shit. So
Chief Keef, and Soulja Boy. This top 3 started a lot of discourse on the internet. Most people in the quotes and replies were criticizing the original poster for implying those were bad choices. For me, while none of those guys would be in my personal top 3, I definitely have enjoyed a good amount of all of their works across my lifetime. Being in middle school for Soulja Boy's first run meant learning the Superman That Hoe dance and screaming "Yeah, trick yeah!" top of our lungs in the hallways. Chief Keef's was my text message noise in like 2012. And my mid-2010 SoundCloud likes were full of early Playboi Carti songs. Both Carti and Keef have gone on to have pretty impactful and influential discographies. And while I'd put it a few tiers below the other two, I think Soulja Boy's output might sneak up on you a little bit. And just on principle, I find it refreshing when someone's top 3 or their favorites aren't just like from the laundry list of usual people you'd see. Even if I don't agree with them, like how many times can we organize some order of Jay-Z, Nas, Lil Wayne, Andre 3000, Tupac, Biggie? Like, yes, these guys are obviously legends, but if someone genuinely has a deeper connection to Carti's music or Chief Keef's music, I want to hear about it, even if I don't agree with it. Do you know what I mean? But let's not get off track, because these particular artists are not really why I'm sitting here today. As plenty of people pointed out in the replies, someone who, like me, is 30 years old today would have been 12 for the Soulja Boy run, 16 or 17 for the moment where Chief Keef took the world by storm, and 20 or 21 once Cash Carti started putting it all together, becoming the arbiter of SoundCloud meets fashion cool. These are all ages where it doesn't feel out of place for someone to be finding a new artist and just basing their entire personality off this new musician they found. As one replier said,
an artist that I didn't listen to when I was younger, but now I do listen to, just a few years ago I started listening to them, was Radiohead. I absolutely love Radiohead. I have multiple vinyls of him. I don't think I have him on my wall. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have him on my wall, but I absolutely love Radiohead. They are so good.
These are very formative years for a 30-year-old, but underneath that is an implication that your favorite artist should only come from the years that are most formative to you. Like whoever you were listening to at 14 when you first...
I think that's agreeable to an extent, but not really. I don't think music is subjective to a age, but I think the people that like certain songs are more common to be in certain time periods, kind of thing, you know? Because like Juice WRLD, X, Uzi, like those people all blew up when I was a teenager, so it's like that was kind of the age where it's like I'm emotional, whatever, you know, the teenage hormones, all that, whatever. But now that I'm older, not that old, a little bit older, you know, more college level, and you're kind of progressing out of college, it's like now you're thinking about like what music sounds good to chillax to and like stuff like that. So like I found myself liking a little bit more of that older music that you know, like cruise to music. And I mean I still have artists that I would listen to, or that I do listen to, that are a little bit more on the, you know, teenager side, like Night Lavelle. Night Lavelle is probably my favorite artist as of right now. But like those artists are like slightly different. I don't know. I got like music all over the table, so
got like unsupervised internet time. 16 when you were in the depths of high school. 18.
Anybody that thinks that Frank Ocean is coming back, he's not. That album was about his farewell to his brother, and that happened 10 years ago. There will never be another Frank Ocean album.
When you like maybe first get a car and you have the aux for the first time. 21 when you get out of college and go into the quote unquote real world. Like these are the artists who are supposed to be permanently etched into your brain as like the Mount Rushmore of your favorites of all time. After that, you're just supposed to hang it up, accept that you're washed, and just listen to your personal goats for the rest of your life. So is it impossible to have a new favorite artist at 25, at 30, at 40, at 70? Are these neural pathways paved over for good? There's a word for a type of person who just kind of disengages with everything new, goes back to the things that they've always known and loved, and argues that everything was better in the old days. And that's the old head. Being an old head isn't actually always in a negative context. A lot of times the word is used neutrally or positively to refer to someone who's been around in a community for a while and gives out wisdom and insight and guidance thanks to their experience. But in music conversations most of the time, the old head tag is reserved for people who hate on everything new, only talk about the old days, and
I don't know. You know, that's kind of a hard argument because if you are to argue against it, then you're falling into the old head spot. But it feels like it's true. Like I feel like the music coming out now. You know, I don't actually agree with that. Now that I think about it, I think the music coming out now is even better. Like, cause I don't know. It also depends on your style of music and this and that. I think as far as radio side of things go, it's terrible. But when you go down to like less listened to artists, there's really good music out right now, and even more resources to listen to those people as well.
Refuse to engage with newer genres, newer artists, newer sounds with an open mind. Today I want to figure out why people become old heads, and whether or not it's something that can be avoided as you get older, or if it even should be avoided. But to be honest,
I don't think it should be avoided. I think this is the same thing that we're seeing with Jack Harlow right now. Is Jack Harlow had a phase where he was making more like upbeat rap-ish songs, and they were enjoyable for like, you know, a little bit more upbeat. And I think a lot of what he's doing now fits into that old head category as he like progresses into his 30s. And it's like, I think that when you like, I think a lot of people like they don't want to grow up, so they never do. I think the beautiful part is that you do get to do that. Like I recently have been more excited to get like quarter zips and what is it called, like collared shirts, and like get some stuff to golf with. Like that kind of stuff I enjoy more now, and I like look forward to it. But I also think that there's people that are the exact same age as me, been through the exact same things as me, basically in the same position as me, but they don't want any of that. They, you know, they strive against those, and they want to be a kid. I think a lot of people hold on to like that college part of it. I think high school is usually let go, but the college part is like, I don't know. I think a lot of people hold on to college.
An old head is more of a mind state than it is like a specific age. I knew kids in 2011 who had Big L on repeat and were saying that Drake was ruining hip hop. And today I work at a high school where I know 11th graders who will tell me that rap is dead and these artists need to stop mumbling. But in general, especially in worlds that revolve around youth, mainstream pop culture, the cutting edge underground, old headism usually starts setting in your mid-20s. I mean, these days on the internet you see 22-year-olds getting hit with the UNC tag. At the high school
I have been called UNC multiple times. I think also part of being called an UNC depends on your level in a business as well. Because I'm not a team member. I'm like a manager. So I get called UNC that way. I don't really understand. Maybe the more responsibilities you have, the more UNC you are, I guess. I don't know.
Work at, they gave out an UNC award to one of the kids in the yearbook. He's 17. But there comes a time for pretty much everybody where you inevitably will no longer be on the cutting edge of whatever's cool or whatever's going on culturally. This happens for a few reasons. One could be that you're simply too busy with real life responsibilities to remain fully entrenched in whatever's going on. When two online figures are beefing, people in the comments often say something like, "I'm employed. Can someone tell me what's going on?" Because it implies that they don't have the time to just scroll on their phones and keep stock of every tiff.
You know, I love when people comment these on the posts whenever they're like, Drake went to the bathroom in a porta potty today. Bro, scroll back. Why are we putting that on the internet? Nobody gives two shits. People are worried about how they're going to pay their taxes, how they're going to feed their families. You know, there's just better things to think about. I feel like there's been a culture shift in general of that, but I don't know if that is my age group or actual society. So, I don't know.
For brouhaha that's going on online. It is generally true that the older you get, the less time you have to indulge in your hobbies because you're busy with your significant other or your children.
That is a big point too. I think like a part of like the beautiful part of it too is like understanding like getting drunk on a Tuesday isn't the way anymore. Like I'd rather, you know, spend time with my girlfriend and progressing our relationship to eventually have kids and, you know, start a family and things like that. I don't know. A lot of that like age and unk and stuff, it just comes from like what you're ready for, honestly.
Or you accidentally became important at work, or you just realize what you actually care about and start focusing more on that. You only get so much time to listen to music, so are you gonna put on that new fake make that you heard one or two things about, or are you gonna go back to the classic album that you already love? But in the old head's journey, their own life changes are only one half of the equation. At the same time, the world is rapidly evolving around them. For me, the blogs that I used to use to find music are all but gone. Internet forums have given way to closed off Discord groups. Even the playlists of the late 2010s have lost a lot of relevancy because of the personalized algorithm world we live in today. To find new music, you have to know where to look. And they're always changing where to look. Not everybody has the time and energy to
I think, at least for Spotify, I haven't been on Spotify for that long. Like maybe a little bit over a year now. I used to use Apple Music. But Spotify has been really, really good at giving me a resource to find new music. Like, I mean, they have the daily mix thing. That gives you a genre-specific playlist, and I enjoy listening to that so much. Because it'll catch you in a vibe. And you're like, oh, this is my vibe for the day. And it does kind of, like, there's a negative of it because technically somebody else is, like, picking your vibe for the day. But I think it's enjoyable to hear new. But I don't know if that's part of, like, the ADHD side of things and like how society is today, where it's like you need this and this and this, something new, or just a normal traits. I don't know, but I do think that Spotify is doing a great job at giving me new music to listen to. As long as you make the effort to click on these like new playlists and stuff and not just be like, I'm gonna play the same Juice WRLD album from 2018 over and over again, you'll be able to find something new.
Figure out where that's gonna be. And this is where I think a lot of people end up getting lost. So at this point you might be like, who cares what these people think? New music is for the youth. But to be honest, it's a bit more complicated than that. Well, this 25 plus demographic, often generalized as 25 to 34 in consumer circles, is called unk or seen as being behind in the cultural zeitgeist, chuggy. They're also keeping the industry alive financially. This consumer report from 2023 found that the 25 to 34 demographic was the largest consumer segment by age, and also the consumers who spend the most time and money on music. These fans buy vinyl, other physical music releases and merch, and they buy concert tickets. I can also vouch that in my own Spotify listener demographics, over half of my listeners are in this age demo. If these newer artists who might be young...
You know, that is a phase that I've gone through already, is that like I started actually wanting to get physical things to support my artists. Like, you know, on my wall I have Tyler Creator, A$AP Rocky, X, Ice Cube, you know, like a lot of these people. I don't know, maybe it's like because I think majority of it is because between the ages of like, I think from like 1 to like 12, maybe 12, 13. That's your like phase of life where you don't control your life whatsoever. You are exactly what your parents and your family are. And then as you enter like high school, middle school, and you start, getting a little more conscious, that like 13 to maybe around 19, I'd say, 19, 20, those years are your developmental stage where you try to fit into something else. You're kind of like, I don't know. I feel like that phase is a lot of the times where you don't know what the future will hold or what you want, but you're kind of just going with the crowd kind of thing. So it's less of like you're just like your family and more of like you are your friends, essentially. And then like after you get out of that, like 20, 21 up till I'd say like 26, you're in a phase where you're like then you're like, okay, who am I though? And then that phase you spend doing a lot of things to progress you specifically. And then I think once you reach that like 26 to 35 or whatever, then you're like, I know who I am. I'm living my life now. And I think that's why a lot of people around the age of 30 say like the 30s were my best years. And I think it's because that's the phase where you know who you are. And then after your 30s, then it's about just like making sure that you don't die and stuff like that. Not saying that 40's old at all, but just like I feel like those points where you're just like a parent, and you're just trying to like set stones for your kids after you and stuff like that. I don't really know past 40 what life is like.
Younger than 25 are gonna make enough money to keep their careers going, take their careers to the next level, keep doing festival slots. They're gonna probably need to win over at least some of these people. And while those 25 to 34s are spending a lot of money on music, are they spending it on artists that they're finding right now, or are they spending it on artists that they've known for the last 10 years? I am somebody who is probably in the 90-somethingth percentile for 30-year-olds listening to new music. Like, I listen to a ton of new music, and I still don't know if my dollar represents that. For example, as a 30-year-old, I bought J. Cole's The Fall Off on vinyl before I had even heard it, because I have this like fandom that's been building up since I was literally in high school listening to The Warm Up or Friday Night Lights. And to be honest, J. Cole hasn't cracked my top listened to artists in the last like 10, 15 years, but The Fall Off felt like a culmination of all the fandom and all the listening that I did when I was 16. And the funny thing is I did end up liking it and listening to it more than probably any J. Cole project since 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
I think one of the things that people don't take into account when they're buying vinyls is what vinyls sound better for vinyl records. Because, like, I don't know. Like, who's an artist? I mean, like, I have Juice WRLD on vinyl. It doesn't sound bad, but, like, compared to like that to, like, a Radiohead or the newest Jack Harlow album, like those feel better on vinyl. And I don't know, I couldn't give you a science of it.
Time that I hit purchase on this $60-something vinyl, I had never even heard the album. Who knew if I was gonna like it? But to be honest, liking the music didn't drive my purchase. This innate childlike fandom did. And that's the fandom that drives the old head to not want to step out of their comfort zone. And it's also the fandom that actually spends money in the music industry. I'm not like the biggest vinyl collector in the world, but when I think about some of my other purchases, like I have Blonde and I have Channel Orange, like these are albums that I loved.
I do not have either one of those, and I want both of them.
During those formative years, and then I ended up buying later. Maybe this is just the natural course of things. People fall in love with art in their formative years, but most don't get the disposable income to spend on it until they're already in their 20s, and those art...
That is a really good point. I definitely had like... Maybe my friend would have like $2 and then try to make that work to get McDonald's McChickens. So like that, he does make a really good point. I think a part of that is, you start to get money and then you can afford things.
This might not be in the cultural zeitgeist anymore. Is a 30-year-old buying a J. Cole vinyl that different from like a 65-year-old boomer going to like the Aerosmith rock camp for a week after his kids go off to college? But maybe what it also says is the real deciding factor on who your favorite artists are is time. How can an artist that I found last year compete with an artist that I've spent time with over a decade plus, during young heartbreak, fond memories, anticipation of their projects, and other formative experiences. It's not even about who's making the better music. It's about whose music means more to you through your lived experience. And so I think when old heads are like, oh, this new music is trash, these new kids are trash, what they're really saying is, I don't have memories with these new artists. I have beautiful memories with the ones from the past. But honestly, this is all just a theory. I needed to actually talk to people in this 25 to 34 demographic to understand what their listening habits are actually like. So I went on Instagram and I asked all my followers who are in their late 20s or later what their relationship with newer music is. How many of their favorite artists are ones that they found when they were in their late 20s, and how many of them are holdovers from their teens or childhoods, or what someone might call their formative years? It seems like a lot of them felt like they were only finding the occasional artist here or there, and that they mostly stuck to artists they were already familiar with, or maybe even got into older artists that they just missed in the moment, but still kind of had that sound that
I think my longest listened to artist regularly listen to is Tyler the Creator. Because my sisters grew up listening to Wolf, and I kind of heard Wolf a little bit, so I was kind of familiar with Tyler the Creator at that time. But as far as like actually listening to it, I probably didn't start fully listening to Tyler the Creator till a little bit later. But as I like listened back on Tyler the Creator, I mean, some of those songs on Wolf are like my favorite songs. But Awkward is my favorite song by Tyler the Creator. I think it's just beautiful. But yeah,
that reminded them of simpler times. Some of these listeners even acknowledge that they like newer artists I've personally become a fan of, like Jim Legacy, Cruza, or YT, but wondered how it could ever be possible for these guys to stack up to their favorites when they've only got like 1 or 2 projects out. Some noted how their childhood favorites have also grown with them, and the topics and the music have changed, and it aligns with where they're at in life. For example, a lot of J. Cole fans were in school when he was rapping about college, and now many are parents or spouses while J. Cole is rapping about that. Or think about someone like Mac Miller. If you listen to Nikes on My Feet, Senior Skip Day, well, you were actually a senior with Nikes on your feet skipping, and then actually started to like mature and become a more serious person around the time where Mac Miller's music matured and became more serious.
R.I.P. Mac Miller.
Then of course you're gonna have a deeper relationship with him and his music than any other artist would really be able to create with you unless they spent the same amount of time with you. I noticed a few other trends that came up. For one, a lot of people who identified as hip-hop fans said that they had grown apart from the genre a little bit. And I think some of that is because hip-hop has historically always been kind of a youth-focused genre, especially in the mainstream. Now that these listeners that I'm talking to are exiting that demographic, they might not feel as represented by it as they used to. Now you might be like, what about the 6 albums Nas just did with Hit Boy? What about Jay-Z's 444? Or even like the lifestyle rap genre? Like, there is a ton of hip-hop music that is geared towards an older audience, but these things aren't necessarily showing up in everyone's algorithms. And a lot of listeners, especially more casual ones, might not even know who Larry June is. They probably love Larry June, but he's not reaching them. Some of these fans are expanding their boundaries into other genres, and others are just going back and listening to their old favorites. I don't personally buy the narrative that hip-hop is dying. Instead, I just think that the places you would go to find good hip-hop have changed. And if you aren't chronically online, you might not know where to look anymore. In our childhoods, we would find the lyrical artists, the artists with substance and a message, right next to the more commercial ones. Coming home from school, for me, I'd put on Hot 97. They might play a Joel Ortiz song in between the 99th and 100th time they played Trey Songz' Bottoms Up that day. Or you had hitmakers like Kanye West, Drake, Jake.
Kanye West has made a lot of good songs. Like, historically, even if you don't like him, and I understand he has a lot of recent issues, but when you look at like the hits compared to some of the other artists, like you have to put him in the group of greatest of all time if you don't put him towards the top.
Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Wale, Lupe Fiasco, who would give you like some more commercial songs and some more lyrical ones, or they would find ways to be like both conscious and commercial at the same time if it was ever possible. Today, the genre is so segmented that if you were just used to being fed these artists the way that we were fed them, you're probably not going to find artists who appeal to you in that same way. So if these fans aren't lucky enough to have an algorithm that shows them Chris Patrick, Saba, Marco Plus, or Black Sam, or Soul Child, then they're not going to find them at all. And they're just going to assume that there's nothing out there for them because the only thing they've seen is a bunch of kids with broccoli hair jumping around to Ken Carson. Another common response I got from people, especially those in their 30s, was that other listening experiences are taking up space that music
I'm going to try this. I think this will help with
podcasts
the
and
volume.
YouTube videos. Funny enough, like this one. Might be what you throw on in the background while you wash your dishes or you fold your laundry, but back in the day, you would have put on an album. In 2026, music has a lot more competition for your attention than it used to. And while of course it is still integral to the human experience, and I think it's infinitely more valuable culturally than like a YouTube video or a podcast could ever be, I do think it's losing a little bit of market share in terms of its consumption. But how much of this is, as Childish Gambino would say, because the internet? Or how much of it is because of the current state of the world we live in today, versus is this just what it's like to turn 30 no matter when you turn 30? Were the ancient Greeks like, nah man, I'm 30, I can't fuck with that new Plato shit, man. He learned everything from Socrates, that's my boy. I thought it would be best to ask someone who turned 30 before the internet. My dad, who if you've seen my band Elmjack, you're probably already familiar with. While he might not be the one singing in the band, he does have a pretty extensive music taste. And as a kid, he showed me so much music and just generally inspired me to be like an open-minded listener. So I asked him how many of his favorite artists came from his formative years, and he named a lot of them that definitely did come from then. But there was a time period in his 30s where he was actively discovering a lot of new music. And it was because of a record store that opened up next to his office, where they had new CD releases hooked up to really nice pairs of headphones. And you were allowed to walk in, just put the headphones on and like sample the songs. He walked out a fan of a bunch of new artists that he might not have found otherwise, like Neil Finn from the band Crowded House, Buju Banton, and the Dandy Warhols. In his own words, that really influenced my new music taste during those years, and some of your mom's favorites too. I think he meant my mom, not your mom, but maybe also your mom's. And it's funny because maybe in the early 90s, that really nice headphone setup with the CDs readily available was basically like what TikTok and the algorithm is for us now. You got to use the latest technology to go sample some new music and see what you liked. Sometimes it might not be what you expected. Today, we get to do that with social media, and autoplay algorithms constantly delivering us things that they think we're gonna like. My dad is included in that. He says he finds new music today by listening to whatever autoplays after my music on Spotify. And while that can still be great, I find it very telling that he can't name any of these artists. Think about how different of an experience that is versus like holding a CD in your...
I do think that there's less of that like individuality from artists that we used to get. Like I think it was like I would listen to a genre and I would know it from that person. Nowadays I feel like I'm just listening to a genre, don't know who these artists are, I'm just listening to a song. So I feel like there's a lot more people that have individually like maybe 3 songs that are, you know, big songs or good songs that nobody ever checks out the rest of their music comparatively to like what it used to be. It used to be like you heard, I don't know, maybe you went to a concert with your dad or something and you would listen to them perform there. Then you'd be like, oh my God, these are good. And then you would like go buy their record, listen to the whole album, make a judgment off of the album, continue buying their stuff. Now I feel like you just listen to a song. I only listen to people's other music if I really enjoy the vibe I'm getting from the specific song that I found. It's kind of like the same thing with the like TikTok and Instagram Reels. It's just there's just so much on the internet now that you honestly feel like you're like always chasing to achieve all of it. And I think that's part of the reason why doom scrolling is a thing.
Your hands and like looking at the cover listening to it. With Spotify, you might not have ever looked at your phone song played. You could be driving. You could be running. You could just be walking and not looking at your phone. By the time you register that you're enjoying this song while you're like half listening, it's already the next song in the autoplay algorithm. This honestly could be stopping a lot of older music fans from becoming bigger fans of newer artists that they're finding. Maybe what it is today there's just really too much out there, and it's simultaneously too...
Burgess went bar for bar with what I just said. For that point, we're gonna leave a sub because this dude clearly knows what the hell's up.
Shallow and too overwhelming of an experience for people to make a connection as deep with an artist as they used to. In the conversations that I had overall, I feel like the leading causes of old headism were life circumstances, the algorithms of the modern internet, and a general lack of direction in just knowing where to look to find cool new things that someone might like. What I think it is above all is that once you enter true adulthood, music becomes a hobby, just like any other hobby, and it needs to be nurtured. Think about it. Growing up, we have dedicated, structured time for most of the things that we would do. We don't have to think about carving time out to see our friends because we'd go see them at school. We didn't have to think about setting time aside to be active because we had youth sports and recess and gym class. We didn't have to think about carving out time to go home and play video games because we didn't really have any real life responsibilities besides our homework. This is one of the core struggles for many people in their 20s. In theory, they have all the things they could want, but they still feel unsatisfied, unfulfilled.
That is probably the realest shit I've ever heard. Because, I mean, like, there's so many things that I would love to dive into and learn. Like, I went skating with my friend Keith. He's a good skateboarder, and, like, I wanted to learn more about, like, skateboarding so I could skateboard, but it's just, like, cutting out the time to skateboard. Also, I make music, and I make videos, and I like cars, and I like anime, and I like motorcycles, and it's, like, there's just so many things in life that I want to do all of them. I want to do all of them. But there just isn't enough time in a day, and I feel like half the time I spend majority of my day at work, and then I want to spend some time with my girlfriend, of course, and then I have to sleep. So that leaves like maybe a 4 or 5 hour window every day, and during those 4 or 5 hours you have to like really make sure you're doing something that you want to do, and in those 4 or 5 hours you probably have 1 or 2 hours of chores to do as well. So then you have roughly 3 hours to choose that to relax. You could choose that to be productive, or you could do that to do something that's fun. And in today's society, it feels like we're always trying to combine all those things together. So it's like me making these videos, to me, is I just love making videos. I do this for fun. I love it. Obviously, if it blew up, that'd be amazing, but my intention isn't to make profit. But I think that's the problem with a lot of people, is just everything is just so profit based. Everyone wants to make money from everything. Nobody actually just enjoys things. The hardest part to me, though, is working out, or like getting exercise. I get a decent amount at work, but like, I don't know, like being able to do that a lot is really hard to do because it takes up a lot of time.
Filled and lonely. For some, at least for me in my early 20s when I was that age, I felt like that because I didn't understand that I had to go out there and actively carve out space for the things that I really enjoyed, or for the people that I really liked and wanted to be around. So there are some things that have kind of fallen by the wayside. I play way less video games than I used to, and I was a heavy video game kid. I don't get to skateboard, I don't watch nearly as much TV, but I still listen to a lot of music, and part of that is because it's kind of my job too, but at the end of the day, it's also because I just valued that over other hobbies. For some people, that might not be the case, and honestly, that's okay. If you listen to the same few artists from your adolescence and you feel satisfied, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Music is a unique hobby in that you could be like a dedicated super fan who spends all their time arguing about music, talking about music, listening to music, or you could be a very casual half listener, and neither approach is wrong. But these people aren't necessarily old.
I think my standpoint's kind of a weird point where I absolutely love music and I love everything about music, and I think it's like one of the most important things when it comes to drawing emotion, like in a movie, or because I think like audio has a bigger effect than visuals at the end of the day. But like even somebody that's such a big music lover myself, there's so much that I just don't know or dive into either. So it's like, I don't know. It's like there's like, you know a lot, but you don't know a lot.
Old heads. The underlying tone of old headism, the way that people talk about it on the internet, the type that's constantly complaining about the state of new music, rather than just like not engaging with it, is a sense of dissatisfaction, boredom, and just like a pit of emptiness. I feel like that can be a symptom of something else, of the nostalgia loop that our entire society seems to be stuck in, something I've talked about in some other videos, because we're disappointed in or scared of the present and the future. So the past becomes very comforting, and everything that comes out after it is worse than it used to be. It's understandable to feel that way, but I don't think it's the healthiest way to feel. And in my Instagram replies, I actually found there were quite a few people who did not have the old head experience, and said they were finding plenty of new artists that inspired them, cracked their rotation, and maybe even became their new favorites. The one common thread with almost all of these people is that they work in music or they're artists themselves. Because their jobs have them constantly listening to new music and their algorithms are probably trained to show them music related content, they're still able to engage with and find things that they love, which I think is kind of like proof that it's not just everything is worse than it used to be. At the end of the day, I think it's good to push out of your comfort zone and try new things, not just in music, but everything in life. I think it's important for us to hear from people with different perspectives than us and different life circumstances so that we can gain a better understanding of the overall human experience. What else is the point of us being on this earth, if not to do that? And in my personal opinion, music is one of the best ways to understand the human experience. And if you're watching this channel, I probably don't have to convince you of that. But if you ever start feeling that way, if you start feeling the old head symbiote slowly take over you like Spider-Man, and I can relate, I've been there, I've gone through dry spells of finding new music, things that actually inspired me, felt like the world was in black and white instead of color. One thing that can work for this is to not treat music like a passive activity, as something relegated to background noise as you drive, work, chill beats to study to. Throw some headphones on and go for a walk. You never know what you might find. I don't think Old Head is necessarily a linear experience. I think, like anything else, it'll come and go in waves. The best thing you can do is just water it. Let me know if you've had any struggles or experiences with finding new music got older. And if you like videos on music and culture like this one, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. I post a video every week. If you want to see them early, go to my Instagram,
fucking
throw me a
video.
follow, join my broadcast channel, or hit the
Leave
link
a
in the
like.
description and join my Substack. I post the links to all my videos one day early, and both of those is for free. Also, thank you for all the love on my latest song, Shelly Jean. I'm really proud of this one, and I got a whole lot more coming soon, but if you haven't heard that, go check it out. I'll put the link in the description. My band Elmjack is going on tour this August. Syracuse, Toronto, Chicago,
I've never
Philly,
heard
and
this
New
guy's
York.
music. I'll have to
Tickets
check
are
it
in
out.
the description. We got new
Outstream,
music
though.
coming too. It's not just solo. I got 2 versions. Let me know what you want me to cover next. Peace.
When Ty
W video, that is going to be it for me. We had a total of zero commenters today, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, every day is fine. The point is that we are having fun. That's gonna be the end for me, though. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys Tuesday.